Almost a perfect requel, with one major flaw that I don't think I will ever be able to get over. What's up, guys? Today we are talking about Scream 5, or aka Scream. I prefer Scream 5, and that was a big discourse of debate when the movie first came out, and I love that this movie poked fun of that in Jack Quaid's character Richie. He is watching a stab movie called Stab 8, and they had that same debacle where he's like, you're not fooling anyone calling it Stab, but just call it Stab 8. I love that they tapped into the self-awareness of the fan base and the audience discourse online in this movie, and makes you laugh and forgive the way they called this movie Scream when we all know it's Scream 5. Them poking fun at that thing to the audience as a joke made me not as mad over that decision, because it came full circle right to us in the film, and I thought it was hilarious. So I personally love Scream 5. I think it is a perfect requel, right? I love the idea of calling this a requel, a legacy sequel type of sorts, right? Not really a remake, not really a sequel, a requel. That was something that was built upon Halloween 2018, right? Started that trend, and what Scream is known for is being self-aware and meta to the culture and the times, right? Scream 4 tackled the remake era, right? And Scream 1, 2, and 3 all had their own things. 5 had requels, and I thought that was such a creative choice, and I loved it when they explained that to us. Such a great job coming up with that decision. The first movie without Wes Craven could have gone south, and I thought they did a great job at honoring Wes Craven in this movie. I think that we have a good / great cast of new characters. I love Samantha Carpenter and Tara Carpenter. Jenna Ortega, Melissa Barrera, I think those were great additions to this franchise. Before I keep going, there will be spoilers, so if you haven't seen Scream 5, obviously you should have watched the entire franchise. I'm going into spoilers. Movie's been out a couple years. The core 4, which isn't really fully birthed in this movie, is birthed in the next movie, right? You have Chad and Mindy. I like Mindy a lot more in this movie than I do in Scream 6. I think in Scream 6 she's annoying. In this one, when she explains the rules, it becomes the Randy supplement. I like, also knowing that she is Randy's niece, right, is really cool. And I like Chad. I think Chad is cool. I think he serves the purpose he is served in this movie. I like Richie. I like Amber. I like Liv. I like all the supporting cast. Wes, right, giving a nod to Wes Craven. Have a character named Wes is cool. Judy Hicks is back now as the sheriff. And I think it's just a good collection of new cast of characters that was entertaining to watch even before we get to the legacy characters. Now let's go to my major con before I talk about the rest of the positives. The major con is the legacy characters. I like them when they are on screen. Cindy is sidelined for most of the movie, but I do like enjoying watching Sam be our new lead. I like watching Jenna Ortega, big fan of her. So I'm not that hung up on that. The major flaw is what they do at Dewey. Again, spoilers, they kill my mans. I absolutely love Dewey. Dewey is one of my favorite characters in all of horror movies. I think he's one of the best. I absolutely love Dewey, and I hate the way he goes out. And I hate that he even went out. I get it. They were trying to swing big. They were going for the fences. I respect them for that. I've learned to accept it a little bit in the sense of, like, whatever. I enjoy the rest of the movie and the setup of what they do to bring Cindy back and to team up with Gale. But I don't care. The way he dies, I still remember being in theaters, being so sick to my stomach when I saw that happen, because it was so dumb the way he went out. And I knew it. I knew he was going to die when he tells Sam, saying, oh, you got to go for the head, I care, and he walks back by himself. Dewey was great in this movie for what we got of him, but to have his phone ring the second he is about to shoot Ghostface by himself with no witnesses, and he has to check his phone first before he gets killed. Dewey's dumb, but that's ridiculous. That's literally so ridiculous. I don't care. I don't think even Dewey would have done that. So that's the one thing I think Wes Craven would be like, are you serious? The very first movie I'm gone, you're going to kill off the guy I probably would have never killed. And I love that Dewey was the type of character that had the plot armor, right? He was the silly, lovable guy who just shouldn't be surviving these type of situations, but always finds a way to survive. There was something charming about that novelty in this franchise, and you took that away from us. If anyone should have died, if you had to kill one of the big three, it should have been Gale, right? It should have been Gale. I don't want Gale to die. I love Gale. But if you had to pick one, it should have been her. And you could have then explored more of Dewey's trauma with that and use that as a story narrative of saying, I should have been there for Gale more and fought harder for the relationship. You could have done something else with it. Instead, they killed Dewey, and they know that was the one that was going to hurt most of our heartstrings the most, so I get it. I respect them going big, but now we're going back to Scream 7 in the future, and we're going back to the legacy characters, and now it's just not going to be the same without Dewey. So, one of the most dramatic death scenes in any movie for me. Like, there's not... I would have to think really hard about it, but it's definitely in my top 5, like, most saddest deaths. It's probably my number 1. Out of any movie I've seen, it's the one where I'm most mad about, and I wish it never happened. But besides all that, I love this movie. I think it's clever. I think it's meta. It has all the perfect Scream beats throughout the movie. I think the opening scene is really good. It took it back to the basics, kind of doing a Drew Barrymore type opening, but this time modern, right, with cell phones and phones can unlock the doors and all that type of stuff. And that was the one thing I was wondering, how are we going to bring these characters back with the era of cell phones and technology and iPhones and all this stuff like this? Like, the original Screams, the charming part about it was landline phones. It was a lot different, right? And I think they handled it very, very well, incorporating text messages and stuff of that nature in a very clever and modern way. And I love that Jenna Ortega was that opening scene. She is an amazing actress, one of the best up and coming today. I really hope we get to see more of her in this franchise, hopefully in the future. Hopefully things get settled. We're not going to talk about all that, but I would love to see her and Sam, Melissa Barrera, come back eventually. But for now, I like them in this movie. I know some people didn't like Sam until Scream 6. I like her in this movie. I didn't not like her. And I think what they do with her being Billy Loomis's daughter and seeing visions of him was a very, very cool idea. And I remember being blown away by that in theaters. Going into killer reveals, I think Richie and Amber are great. I like both of them. I wasn't as big on Amber originally. I don't know why I thought that. She is spectacular. The more I watch her, the more she grows. Obviously, Mikey Madison is incredible. I loved her in Honora. She won an Oscar for that. Love Mikey Madison. She's incredible as Amber. Richie gets a lot of hate. Jack Quaid's character, I don't get it. I think he's good. I think he's really good. I think he's funny the entire movie. Some people found that it was very easy to guess the killers in this one. I didn't. I was surprised in the way that the reveals played out. The way that Amber just, shoots Mindy or Chad's girlfriend, right? And just goes, welcome to Act 3. She's like, oh, I know, I'm the killer, blah, blah. Like, crazy. Like, jaw-dropping. And the way that Richie becomes the killer, I thought was really good, too. Like, he comes up and stabs Sam, kind of reminiscent of Billy Loomis and the way, even though he did stab Cindy, right? Very respectful in the way that it played out as a requel, and I thought his performance was really good. I loved them both. I think they were really good. Richie doesn't deserve the hate he gets, and Amber deserves all the praise that seems like most people give her. She is a very, very good Ghostface. I love that it goes back to Stu's house. I think one of the best scenes in this movie, and my Ghostface match just fell off. Whatever, we're going to keep it going. Ghostface just fell. In the scene where Mindy is watching Randy, in the original Stab in the Stab franchise, because all this stuff is connected, right? She's watching her uncle, do the scene that was so iconic in Scream. Look behind you, Jamie. Look behind you. Laurie Strode in that movie. It's like, look behind you. Ghostface is behind him. So meta. She's watching it as Ghostface is behind her, as she's laughing at him, laugh at Jamie, and it's crazy. It's so crazy. And then she realizes, wait a minute, Ghostface is behind me. Hilarious. I remember that being such a funny scene in theaters. I saw the movie twice in theaters, and I remember it being such a great crowd-pleasing moment. I thought the Wes scene was really hilarious too. When he dies, he has this really over-the-top, drawn-out scene where you think he's gonna die, and they just keep psyching you out over and over and over. It just has a lot of funny moments like that. I think Judy Hicks, the way she dies, they swung big there too, right? A returning character from Scream 4. Not the most beloved character of all time, but a returning character nonetheless, an important one. When Ghostface jumps out and gets her, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see him coming out from behind a bush in front of her house like that. That actually was a big jump scare for me, him jumping out that way. I like this movie a lot. I think they all have great performances. I love the cast of characters. I love the funniness of it all, like poking fun of like when Chad's hooking up with his girlfriend and he's like, she wants to go upstairs. He's like, I'm not entirely sure you're not the killer, right? And she gets all pissed because of that. It's like, dude, can you blame him? There's a lot going on right now. Like, whatever. Lots of good moments. Sam battling this dark side in her, like this evil nature of her father throughout the movie is a very, very interesting storyline that they tap even more to in Scream 6. And that is really the thing that really hurts the most if that storyline never continues in the future. I think there's a lot to explore there. It's really interesting, and her brutally killing Richie in the way that she does shows that there is a sadistic side to her, and I think it's really, really innovative, and it was such a cool creative decision in this movie. But yeah, I like this movie a lot. I think it's fun. I think it's rewatchable. The only flaw is Dewey dying, because that's literally, like I said, the number one death that affected me the most, or the one I'm most mad about, that we're never going to see that character again in a normal timeline without them rebooting or do something crazy, right? He died. Deputy Dewey, the heart and soul of this franchise, died. I love Cindy for what we get in this movie. I wish there was more of her. Gail is solid, but man, I love Dewey, and R.I.P. my mans. Everyone else in this movie is really great. It's just that one flaw that stops this movie from being 5 stars for me. This movie can never be a 5-star Scream movie for me because of that. Because anytime I see that in the wrong mood that I could be in, it's going to make me mad. Sometimes I can put it to the side and put my feelings aside. Okay, whatever. We're moving to the next story beat. But then there's other times I watch it, I go, I can't believe it. And I'm sure when I watch Scream 7, when we bring back Cindy and Gail as more of a prominent role, it feels like we're about to get with them, it's gonna be missing not having Dewey. But maybe they'll use that in a very good way when we watch Scream 7. We'll find out. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up here. Leave a comment down below. What do you think of Scream 5? Do you like Scream 5? Do you love it? Do you hate it? How do you feel about Dewey dying? Are you like me? Do you absolutely can't stand it? I assume most people don't. Or do you like it? And if you do like it, I don't know what to say to you. That Dewey died should make everyone mad. That's what we need to unite together on. Whatever. Besides all that, do you like the new cast of characters? Do you like Sam? Do you like Tara? Do you like Sam in this movie? I hear so many people only like her in Scream 6. I loved her in Scream 5 just as much. So, that's just me. I love Scream 5. We're going to be talking about Scream 6 next. Scream 7 is coming out very soon, and I'm excited to talk about those next 2 movies with you guys. Subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.